I completed the 30-day steroids challenge at 13 years old, and these are the results.
Are you fucking serious? What happened to the gym community, bro? We've already had one motherfucker do this that I had to make a video on, and now we've got some 13-year-old doing it? Come on, bro, I thought people still had brains. I guess not. Yeah, I think you might be trying to lift a little too much there, pal. For the record, YouTube, before you strike me for bullying kids, I'm 99% sure this guy isn't actually 13. Just had to make that bullshit clear. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today, TikTok's worst gym challenge ever somehow got even worse. Over a month ago, I made a video on this TikTok gym challenge called the 30-day trend challenge. Pretty much the challenge is self-explanatory. Some idiot who's never been to the gym before would try to take steroids, and specifically tren, which by the way is the most notorious steroid out there for its insane effects, and people would try take this for 30 days and would see what would happen. Newsflash, they would nearly fucking die. In that video I made, I only took a look at one example of this, as that is pretty much all I could find on TikTok. However, today, Monk Army, I found another one of these fuckers. This guy is called Muruzan Mahai. I can't really pronounce that, so I'm sorry if I butchered the name. But he for some reason decided to also do the 30-day steroid challenge. However, apparently this time it wasn't actually tren, it was something else. So without wasting any more time, let's see how this challenge went for this dumbass.
I completed the 30-day steroids challenge at 13 years old, and these are the results. At the beginning of the challenge, I was 50 kilograms.
Alright, mate, what the fuck are we doing here? Look, I'm not normally one to go after someone for how they're posing because I don't really give much of a shit. But what the fuck do we have here? First of all, mate, you're actually allowed to push your chest back just a little bit. You don't have to push it out that far. And secondly, bro, can we please sort out that haircut? Like, what the fuck have we got going on here? I mean, look, I'll be completely honest with you. At this point, I'm pretty sure you're trying to get bullied.
And I had pretty much zero muscle definition on my arms and even back. The first changes that I noticed were that I was permanently hungry, and that I could train for hours with my muscles not getting sore.
Okay, this is so clearly a blatant ripoff of the last trend challenge video that I did. It's not even funny. I'm gonna play a clip from the last guy that I looked at from this video right here and compare it to this guy right here in this video. And I want you guys to spot any differences whatsoever. Challenge impossible.
While I was on trend, I felt amazing, as I could work out as much as I wanted and I would never feel tired at all. I also couldn't stop eating. Like, I was seriously eating all the time.
The first changes that I noticed were that I was permanently hungry, and that I could train for hours with my muscles not getting sore.
Like, bro, I get it that you're doing the same challenge, but you don't have to be the same fucking person. God damn. Like, bro, at least have your own personality about yourself. You don't have to completely copy the first guy.
The results became pretty noticeable at around day 14, when I had noticed that I gained some muscle but some fat as well.
Bro really took all of these steroids just to look like this. Wouldn't this just be the most embarrassing thing of all time? You've decided you don't look good enough and you've been contemplating it for years, right? Should I go on steroids? Should I do it? And you decide in the end to actually go to the dark side and literally start injecting testosterone into yourself to make yourself look better. And you still look mid as f. Like, bro, at that point, what do you even do? You've just ruined your life with a long life commitment and it doesn't even work that well. At that point, bro, I'd just put myself in a coffin. Like, that'd be terrible.
Another thing that had changed was my strength, as now I was repping 100 kilograms or 220 pounds on deadlift easily, whereas at the beginning of the challenge, I barely could deadlift 60 kilograms or 132 pounds.
Okay, as much as I seriously don't believe that this guy is first of all 13, he doesn't look 13 in the slightest, and secondly, that these results were actually in 4 weeks. Like, bro, he literally just aged 5 years in the span of 4 weeks. Like, bro, you really went from a 60 kg deadlift for one to now repping 100 kg like it's nothing. I get it that steroids have crazy effects, but that has to be a lie, bro.
And here's me at day 30 of the challenge. My muscle definition and size had increased by a lot, and I gained a whopping 40 pounds in just under 4 weeks.
Ain't no fucking way, bro. 40 fucking pounds in 4 weeks? Now, for my Australian brain to comprehend that, I actually need to convert that to kilograms because I'm a normal person. 18 fucking kilograms? God fucking damn, bro. What were you eating? I'll tell you what, right? Steroids obviously have crazy effects when it comes to your aesthetics and, you know, how strong you are, how much you can lift. But what they don't do is immediately put on a ton of size. You actually have to eat to put on that size. size. Now, one effect of steroids that I'm pretty sure is a thing is that the person taking it can experience a ton of hunger, meaning that they can obviously eat a lot more food and they have a huge appetite. So maybe that could be one reason that someone hopping on can gain a ton of size extremely quickly. But fucking hell, I wouldn't think that it would be an 18 kilo difference. Like, bro, that's unbelievable to gain 18 kilograms of size in literally 4 weeks. Now, all of this seems fine and dandy, right? And to a lot of you, you might be thinking, oh wow, this is just great. Why don't I just hop on steroids? You know, you gain a ton of size really quickly and you gain a ton of strength. Now look, I know a lot of you in the monk army actually have a brain, so this really should be going without saying, and I shouldn't even have to say this. But since my audience is growing at such a rapid rate and so many of you have recently joined the monk army, which is incredible, a small minority of you might actually need to hear this. Do not, and I mean this, do not ever take steroids. It's fucking terrible for you. You know, it seems all nice, right? Oh, you gain a ton of muscle and you get really strong, but your health becomes an absolute mess as a result of this. The only time I would ever recommend someone ever to take steroids is if you're competing in a not natural bodybuilding show or a not natural powerlifting meet, whatever it is, like you're actually competing. If you're in the Mr. Olympia, fine, do whatever. Like if you're competing for a cash prize and you actually want to take this to a whole new level, you want this to be a career choice for you, then fine, whatever. I'm not your dad, you can do what you want. But the only time other than that is if it's actually prescribed by a doctor and if you actually need to take it and it's not against the law. Other than that, if you take it, you're a fucking idiot.
And in my opinion, it was totally worth it. Follow if you think that I should try steroids for another month.
Jesus fucking Christ, absolutely not. What the hell do you mean it was absolutely worth it? Bro, you've just made a long life commitment for a TikTok video. Like, are you that brain dead that you think this shit is just gonna end after the 30 days? Do you really think you can make a decision like this, literally injecting shit into yourself, and you think nothing bad would last from that? When you inject steroids into yourself, which pretty much means you give extra testosterone to yourself to increase muscle mass and size, as a man, right, your body thinks, oh yeah, we don't need to naturally produce testosterone anymore. We've got loads of that. We don't need to do that anymore. And at that point, you're quite literally frying your body and stopping your natural production of testosterone for the rest of your life. So if this guy right here were to stop taking steroids at any point, his life would turn to complete shit and his testosterone would be fried. So that's why I keep saying, bro, if you actually want to do this and take steroids, just know that it is a lifelong commitment. You can't just randomly stop if you want to.
Tonight, Gotham's relying on one man to save us all.
I honestly don't think I've seen better form in my entire life. This guy could honestly be on a science-based lifter program. Get this guy on Jeff Nippard's YouTube channel to model how you should perform exercises. Okay, look, on a real though, I get it that for bicep curls you need a little bit of momentum, right? I've got no problem with people lifting heavy on curls because it's really easy to get bicep tension because all you're doing is literally bending your elbow. Like, it really isn't that hard. You don't need to be so strict on bicep curls. However, I think this right here may be taking things a little too far. Look, I don't normally say this about people because it doesn't really affect me, but I think you may be lifting a little heavy. Anyways, I'm done with this guy. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.